may recall that the three interior angles of a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. So let's use that fact to find the value of x in this triangle. Then we'll go ahead and do one more step and actually find out what those angles are equal to. So I've given all three angles, or at least I have something to identify all three angles. I'm going to go ahead and write an equation that, like our idea says, we're going to add up the three angles inside to equal 180. So 2x is one of my angles, x minus 6 is another one, I'll drop the parentheses, and then that tick mark right there tells me I also have a 90-degree angle. One thing I like to do is I like to underline so I can see and make sure that I have all three angles. So there are all three added together to equal 180. This only works for angles, not for sides, so be careful if you're working with sides. From here, let's do a little bit of algebra to solve for x. I'm going to add up like terms and get 3x, and then add up my constants and get 84. And then finishing this out, I'll subtract 84 from both sides. Hopefully this is really easy work for you at this point in geometry. So I'll end up with 3x equals 96. And finally divide both sides by 3, and I'm going to get x is 32. Now I'm not going to put a degree symbol on that because x is not an angle, x is just a variable. But now that I know x, don't just circle your answer and move on to the next problem. Go back and remember our directions weren't just to find x, but also to find the value, the measure of the angles once I know x. So what I'll do is let's take our answer and plug that back in for x to figure out how many degrees there actually are in this angle. So plugging in 32 for x, 32 minus 6 gets me 26. And that is an angle, so I'll put a degree symbol on that, so that angle must be 26 degrees. And up here I'm going to do 2x, or 2 times x, 2 times 32, and get an angle of 64 degrees. Now, it's probably a good idea to figure out these values even if they didn't say to, because what a great way to check your answer. Add up 90 and 64 and 26 and make sure they add up to 180.